If you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe and become part of this community. Oh, and also, go cop that fresh merch and listen to my new album in the description. Okay, today we're going to talk about Logic's new album, Vinyl Days again, because this thing is supposed to drop very soon, and he's just been all over social media hinting at this thing, giving us some little, snippets here and there. So today, I wanted to recap on everything that's happened so far. I've done this in some past videos as well, but then also get into more new information that we got in the past couple of days ever since I made the last video on this. So let's jump straight into this. So let's start with, the basics, how this whole thing came to be. We got an initial announcement from him with a video where he, made a beat with his mouth. That was the video. And he said working on a new album called Vinyl Days. And this was the first time that we ever heard of this album and this title. And of course, people started speculating, is this College Park, is this Ultra 85, and all that, which I went to in my other videos. Then he also went on to post a TikTok in which he played a snippet. He called this the title track from my next album, Vinyl Days. In there we can hear a track, obviously, which is a very 90s influence, very boom bap, and we can hear him, reference RZA on there, for example. So we can see him take it back quite a bit on this record, which obviously also then references the album title, Vinyl Days, so an older time in music when you were still getting your music on vinyls, which I definitely like. I think Logic has drawn a lot of inspiration from that era, obviously, but then also he's very good at, recreating that sound himself, and I always like when he does that. Well, he went on to then also post a trailer for this thing in which we can see an appearance from Nardwuar, the legendary interviewer. He says that Vinyl Days album is dropping when the sample clears. Kind of funny because obviously the sample has already cleared if Nardwuar is in the video, but I thought that this was a very creative way to further promote this album, so I did like that. We also, I went over a couple of other things in the other video. For example, he posted a very weird photo of one of his friends in like a flying hot dog. Not sure how this is related to the album, but it's out there and it might be used in the same promotional, strategy, but this seems completely unrelated. I just wanted to put that out there because I want to give you all the information. He also, in the meantime, in between some of the posts that I just showed you, tweeted 1 hour. And this tweet, got a lot of people thinking like, yo, is he going to drop this in like an hour? But this was only the announcement for this Nardwuar trailer that I just showed y'all. So, a lot of people thought that this was going to drop, but apparently he's like really out there trying to get people to talk about this album and trying to tease them and making it seem like this is about to drop any day now. So, obviously someday it's got to drop. So this is all the information that we had up until like a day or two ago. But now I want to focus on when this album might actually drop, because in the meantime we did get some more information that I want to share with you guys right now. So first of all, we got another tweet from him, which is only available on Twitter, not on Instagram. In there he said, "Hey yo, at Currency, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for the letter you wrote me through a rap verse on my album. The words said on this song mean the world to me. Hashtag Vinyl Days." So this is a confirmation for a feature on the album, which is going to be Currency, which I really like to see. I think their styles and their writing can go together very well, and apparently Currency wrote a letter to Logic in the form of a verse on Vinyl Days. So that's going to be very interesting, with that in mind, to then listen to Currency's verse on the actual album Vinyl Days. So we know that for sure. This is something that he shared with us. Again, obviously he thanked him publicly, but also in a way then promoted his album. We also got another post with him holding up this CD with like a tape on it that says Vinyl Days, and people speculated that this might be the album cover. I don't think that it will actually be, but this is again him promoting this thing, and he also captioned this Vinyl Days as well. So this name Vinyl Days and him talking about this new album, it's all over his social media feed, it's all over his internet presence. So he really wants this name Vinyl Days to be out there associated with him, and it seems like we're getting closer and closer to the release date. Now, as to the question whether this is College Park or Ultra 85, I went over my theory on this in my other video that I made made on this, but I just want to recap very quick before I give y'all my take on my theory on when this is dropping. But I do not think that this is Ultra 85, or, neither is it College Park. In September of 2021, Logic tweeted Ultra 85 2024. And at that, when that tweet came out, I thought this was like a joke because obviously everyone's waiting on Ultra 85. But now I think that this is actually true. And this year in 2022, we're going to get Vinyl Days, maybe that Magic tape. Then in 2023, we might be getting that College Park album that he's been promoting. Also, people thought that was going to drop next, but now apparently it's Vinyl Days. And then in 2024, that's actually the year that we're going to get Ultra 85. That is my theory on this, and I think that is actually pretty, reasonable, and you can actually kind of see now how he's planning this whole thing out in his head in like a J. Cole type of, release schedule that he's sharing with us, even if it's not as direct as J. Cole did it. But this is Logic. He likes to play with his fans and, troll them a little bit. Now, when this album is actually releasing, I think that this is going to be very soon, because otherwise he wouldn't be promoting this thing, all over the place. He wouldn't be like, yo, 1 hour, and then just drop a trailer. He wants people to get excited about this thing and speculate which of the following Fridays or weeks it's going to drop. And I think that this is going to be next week. A lot of people already thought that it was going to be the 21st, so yesterday, last Friday. But that didn't happen. I think that also has to do with the speculations of Eminem dropping that day. And if Logic does come back with an album that is not Bobby Tarantino 3, because that really wasn't the best record from him, then I think he wants to do it in like a bigger way, in like a major way. And if Eminem is the one dropping the same day as you, then that might not be the best, case for your release. But I do think now that the speculations about Eminem dropping, he also might drop this next week. Now, no doubt about that. But still, I think that Logic is going to decide to drop this thing this Friday. I think that if he delays it any further, the hype around this thing will be, somewhat dying down. And Logic is someone who always does whatever he wants. We've seen him do this with a lot of releases in the past, that he just keeps hinting at it, and then, we get the announcement like half a year later. This might happen with this thing as well, but it is very suspicious that he's, posting this amount of, tweets and Instagram posts related to this album in this very short period of time. So I think it's going to be in the coming weeks. I also thought it was going to be the 21st, but now I think it's going to be next week, the 28th. And if that's not the case, then definitely February 4th, which is the Friday after. So that's my theory on this. I think that this is in neither College Park nor Ultra 85. We got some, announcements for the features on here. Currency is featured on here. We also have a possible album cover, although that's probably not, correct. And I think that's going to drop either January 28th or February 4th. That's my theory, my thoughts, and now I want to know what you think about this. When do you think Logic will actually be dropping his new album, Vinyl Days? Do you think this is College Park? Do you think this is Ultra 85? When do you think it is dropping? Were you thinking it was supposed to drop yesterday on the 21st, or did he, delay it because of Eminem? All of that, let me know in the comments down below. If you watched this video to the end and liked it, and you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, hit that like button, and go follow my social media, and most importantly, join my Discord in the description. Until the next one, you'll have an incredible day, and y'all take care.